Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today is the 10th of December 2020. Yesterday, things took a comical turn in the British Parliament when Boris Johnson shrugged off the Indian farmer protests in India by saying that it is preeminently a conflict between Pakistan and India. Uh, he was responding to a question by a fellow parliamentarian of Indian descent, Tanman Singh Desi, who said that water cannons and other uh, violent means of suppression were being used by the Indian authorities against the Indian farmers in Punjab and Haryana. Uh, the Indian farmers in these two provinces, which are known as the breadbasket of India, were protesting against the deregulating of crop prices. They thought that this would be against the interest of the farmer. Their protest has now uh, acquired an age of about a month. These protests have been reciprocated in the UK and in other countries where the Sikhs are having a significant representation, like Canada. Mr. Boris Johnson's football was a classic post-colonialist way of washing off his hands from the mess that his ancestors had left behind in the Indian subcontinent. Uh, Notwithstanding Boris Johnson's gaffe, uh, things have become tense between India and Pakistan because of the farmers' protests in India. Pakistan feels that India would try to divert the attention of the farmers' protests and deflect it by launching a false flag operation against Pakistan. Uh, Modi is known to do that. There is a lot of ceasefire violation on the line of control, and this is not a new thing. So Pakistan has placed its armed forces on red alert just to be prepared for any an inadvertent adventurism by the Indian armed forces. Last year, in February, India had retaliated against a local incident in occupied Kashmir in Pulwama when a disillusioned Kashmiri young man had blown himself up, uh, uh, in the process blowing up 44 policemen of the reserve force who were going in a convoy. This had happened in Pulwama, and India was quick to blame Pakistan. And then what happened was that India sent in fighter aircraft inside Pakistan's sovereign territory, not the disputed territory of Kashmir, but inside Pakistan's territory in Jabba and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. Pakistan retaliated by shooting down two Indian aircraft. So, would the Indian protests lead to another escalation in uh, violence between Pakistan and India? Can there be a repeat? Can Modi deflect the heat at home by launching uh, a so-called surgical strike against Pakistan, and then try to build up his reputation as a strong man? Uh, this summer we saw that Indians got a sound beating at the hands of the Chinese in Galwan Valley in Ladakh. Uh, so let's hope it doesn't happen. But this is how the situation is. Uh, there are protests inside of India, and this may lead India to do something foolish elsewhere. That's all from my side. Thank you very much for listening to me.